Well, here it comes.
We good.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. What are you wearing?
This hat?
Yes. What are you wearing on your head?
You don't like that? I got that. Just had the clinic this past week.
It's a Guardian cap hat.
Yeah, it's that free merch, man. Look at that. You don't like that?
Might be the ugliest hat I've ever seen.
No, it's terrible. It's awful.
That's bad.
That was whoever, marketing, whoever approved this. Just a plain hat with the Guardian logo is fine.
I mean, leaning into the Guardian cap, I understand what they were going for. It's one of those things where the idea is better than the execution or whatever.
Right. It's a fail. We'll call it what it is. It's a fail. Now, the koozie.
The
koozie's solid.
Yeah, keep that. Yeah, I wonder how that insulates.
Yeah, so whoever did this, promote them. Whoever did this, fire them. Because
I was about to say the koozie is awesome. Now, hey, here you go. Guardian cap. They should make a instead of a can koozie, it should be a glass bottle koozie. That keeps the glass bottle from breaking if you drop it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that could be a whole advertising thing for them.
That'd be perfect.
Oh man, speaking of advertising, Jack. Speaking of advertising, we got to cover the bills here. Yep. Guys, this episode of Fourth and Ward, thanks for tuning in, is brought to you by the Gridiron Spice Company, the go-to for bold, unbeatable flavor.
Check out the starting lineup bundle, all 4 blends for $48 with free shipping at gridironspicecode.com.
And Jack, check this out. Because you're part of the squad, listeners, you can use the code Fourth and Ward. That's the number 4, THANDWARD, Fourth and Ward, for 10% off your order. So you can get those jars 4 for $48, you get the free shipping, and then you can knock off another 10%.
That's gridironspicecode.com. Tackle your taste buds today.
All right, now we're done with that. Guardian,
bring me my money.
Terrible hat. Koozie, and we get the glass bottle koozie Guardian caps. Now you guys are cooking. I'm telling you, they could
I got to switch this hat off. I can't.
Yeah, flip that out, dude. That's making me sick looking at it.
I'll go Savannah Bananas. Go back Savannah Bananas.
Can't beat the classics.
Yeah, that hat is atrocious. It probably looks good, though. I might could add it to the backdrop.
It's a conversation starter. Yeah, throw it in the backdrop because it is a good conversation starter. It's just not a good wearable hat. Like, I'm not going to go to the beach rocking the Guardian cap hat. No. Like, they're going to think something wrong with you, man.
Yeah, me and the coaches,
they're going to think you're on the short bus down to Myrtle Beach and you got to have your soft hat on to keep you.
We were joking after we got them because you know how the clinic is. You walk through the whole vendor area and there's some good information if you're looking for helmets or gear or whatever, but we're all there to get the free stuff too. That's how you get me. Get me to the table with the free stuff. And, we picked these up and I was like, yeah, well, that's a grass cutting hat, I guess. Something.
It's something, man. Yeah. Like, if you're going to do, I don't know when you would wear the spongy hat, but speaking of free stuff, last year, at the big coaching school clinic, they've got this giant exhibit hall, right? Like you said, everybody's trying to say something. And I won't say the company's name, probably for my protection, not theirs. But they were giving out, they had this QR code at the table. And if you scanned it, you got like 150 something little stick packets of electrolytes, like the hardcore electrolyte mixes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that QR code may or may not have made its rounds around the entire coaching office. And so all of us are just getting these giant boxes filled with these sticks of electrolytes. Like, I mean, we got 16 coaches and 13 of us did it. I know for a fact. So was that fifth? I can't do the math. It's probably several hundred, a lot of sticks of electrolytes. And then they didn't have a table set. So then I was doing the math. I was like, crap, we can't be the only school that did this. Like, there's no telling how many. And of course, they probably budgeted for that. I don't know their business, but
hopefully
we put a hurting on. We took free to the next level.
That's on them. They should have thought that through. That's
speaking of. So I don't know. This is a whole different side note than what we thought we were going to be talking about tonight. But one time we were getting wine and dine. This was years ago. We were getting wine and dine by a apparel company. So like they do all the screen printing and all this and that. And they were trying to get our trying to get our business for all of our shirts and all that kind of stuff. And this was years ago, another school, all that. Not going to name names or anything like that, but we got wine and dined at Top Golf, and we get there, we got invited, the whole coach staff's invited out, yada yada. So we get there and we had this 2 hour block of time, right? And we weren't really sure what the rules were and all that. And so one of us just straight up asked, like, hey, like, what's the deal here? And the guy was like, look, for the next 2 hours, like, whatever y'all want. It was over with, dude. Like, we were trying to get so many buckets of beverages that the Top Golf people told us, until this bucket's all the way empty, we can't bring another bucket out. And so we're just reaching in and
Like, all right,
emptying the buckets
don't
two
tempt
at a
me with a good
time.
time.
Yeah, I mean, the guy said it was taken, and it was taken care of. But I don't know. Like, I was trying to do a rough idea of how much money that guy had to spend on us,
A lot.
and it was a lot for 2 hours. Like, it was a lot. But I do think he got some possible T-shirts out of it and all that
About
good
to say,
stuff.
did he get the sale? That's the main thing for him, I'm
Well,
sure.
what they say, he didn't get all the sales he could have. I think he might have got some pity sales. I don't know
Guilt.
I don't know if it evened out. But what do they say in the office, right? It's a write-off.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
write-off, right? So
Yeah.
I'm assuming they had their bookkeeping in order to make sure that was good and going to be taken care of. But man, you look a little tired, Jack. Did you get any sleep last night?
Absolutely none. So for those of you that don't know, we do overnight. I don't know what that. Oh, that's my screwdriver. We do like an overnight, I guess, lock-in overnight camp, mini camp kind of thing with our high school guys to celebrate. Not really celebrate, but to get that first day in of practice and build some camaraderie. As dead weekends, we can officially start, so we hit the ball running. But no sleep, dude. These kids. I mean, it was probably 3:30 in the morning. I remember when I made the official call, like, all right, here we go. We're not sleeping. We're not sleeping now. Cause
You're not, or
I'm not. They were already not,
Oh,
but I had to make the call because we had, all the coaches are there too, but apparently
right. Yeah.
they don't struggle with that. They slept like babies. I mean, they're just knocked out. Don't even realize any of this is going on.
No, not. I could never do this.
Dude, it was rough. And, one kid in particular, I'm not going to say his name, but you know who you are. I saw him like 8 times in the span of like 15 minutes. He would just like pop up out of nowhere. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Just go lay down. Like, why are we like, I look at the clock and, just watch it go from lights out was at 11:30. Okay. And we maybe pushed it to 11:45 because we got delayed a little bit with practice. And, we had to
Yeah, you were
shower up.
saying y'all have had some nasty weather come through there, right?
It was, it's just been gross, hot. And then it's supposed to cool off though. So it'll be good. But we were battling some heat and there was some lightning. It was the whole thing. But we got everybody cleaned up. We're going back in the field house. Lights out 11:45, and I expected maybe 30 minutes where everybody's still kind of like giggling or whatever because these are high school kids. They're stupid. I was wrong, and that making that call where you just have to accept that you're not going to sleep and you're going to push all the way through, and you might not sleep until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow.
Good gosh.
Was rough.
And you
But
had to coach it. You had to coach a practice too after the all night. I mean, right? What
2.
time did y'all?
So we did a split practice the next day because we were capped at 3 hours is the maximum for a day. And so we did like a 2-hour practice in the morning, your typical practice, offense, defense, and then we came back after a break and did an hour special teams. But that first practice, first off, wake up 7 a.m. I didn't go to sleep, and so I said we're bumping that up. We're waking up 6:30 today, and we played. You ever heard the Sally, like Bring Sally Up?
Yes. That's a
Where
weight
it's-
room classic, man.
Yeah. We have a stereo system in there, cranked it full blast, lights shut on at 6:45 or whatever. Blaring that, the kids were all just like, oh. Some of them were trying to sleep through it. I'm like, nah, man, that ain't happening. So we go warm ups, and we're giving them all a hard time. I mean, the one kid I saw 8 times, I was like, hey, man, why are you so quiet this morning? You had all that energy last night. Where's that same energy? Let's bring some energy, man. But that felt pretty good to get that out, but it was awful. I'm still recovering, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to sit down and record tonight because I was like, dude, he's probably dead.
well, the nap helped, and I wish we would have been able to do it, because we talked about doing an on-site kind of filming this last
Yeah,
night
yeah,
during the lock-in, but, as as I just said, it went
yeah.
downhill fast, but, the
Nah,
kids
you can't.
enjoyed it, and that's mainly what it's for, build.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It sucks for the coaches, right? Lack of sleep, night away from the house, all that kind of stuff. But again, trying to generate some excitement and all that kind of stuff.
Now, we had one coach who had the most luxurious setup I've ever seen in my life, alright? He's a big outdoorsman, so he's used to camping, fishing, hunting, or whatever, going to these crazy places to do all that. This dude had a cot with this layer. I mean, it wasn't thick, but it was only like 3, 4 inches thick, but he told me, he's like, "Try that out." So I laid on it. It was more comfortable than my mattress
So
at
it wasn't
home.
it's not an air mattress. It's like an actual, like he lay, like, I don't even
It's
know the right
it
word.
looks like an air mattress, but he called it a sleep system, and so that's when you kinda know, like, this is something serious, but
Oh yeah, that's next
I
level.
mean, it was the most comfortable thing I've ever laid on, and maybe I was just tired, but he slept fine.
Yeah, at 4 in the morning, yeah, you're probably willing to sleep on just about anything.
Yeah, it was so I was probably a little extra cranky at practice this morning. We did a lot of up downs during defensive line Indy, but
Well, and was this not y'all's first week back, teacher in service and stuff too? I know it was for
yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah, so we had teacher work days all week. If you're a teacher, you know how that is, they've something happened in South Carolina where they required to give us X amount of unencumbered time and that kind of thing. So the first
Yeah.
day, it was great because it was primarily work in your classroom, work with your teams. We had a meeting in the afternoon, but every day after that was like PD meetings,
Ooh,
breakout
ooh, that's tough.
sessions, and it's just like
Hey, how many icebreakers did you have to do, or big Post-it notes did you have to write on?
no Post-it notes, surprisingly.
Really,
Um,
really? I thought those were a
yeah,
staple of PDs across the country.
dude, it was all right. So I teach PE, health and
Yeah,
PE
that cool.
now. So you can imagine if when you talk about assessments and data and all these kind of things that are great for content area teachers, and I'm in this PD, like how I'm not saying none of it applies to what I do, but a lot of it doesn't apply to what I do. And
Yeah,
it's like,
call a spade on that, man.
so I just have to sit here and just think about how I'm not going to use this for 3 hours and then I get to leave. Anyway, it's been a busy week. We had meet the teacher, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of late nights this week. And then
Yeah,
kids come back on Tuesday and it's
this
starting
week.
this week.
Oh, we got a whole nother week and a half before we don't get kids till like middle of August, but we do have like 2 weeks of these in-service days. Now our district is pretty clutch because they do this thing called Diamond Days where it's entire days or half days where you're supposed to be at work, but they're not going to bother you with meetings and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's work in your classroom time and all that. And so it's really nice. You get some flexibility. You get to kind of handle what you need to handle, all that. And, but with, the days that we do have the meetings and stuff, obviously you got to go and you got to be locked in and all that. We actually had a pretty interesting meeting because I didn't realize in Texas they passed like 100 or some crazy number of new laws relating to education. It's pretty wild. Yeah. So now it is totally against the law for a kid to have the phone out during the school day. And then there were different ways that the school district could handle it and
So
all
y'all
that.
didn't have that last year? The phone thing?
We had the phone ban, like, you know, if you catch the kid with it, you take the phone up, turn it in the
Yeah.
office. Somebody got, but it wasn't like a law. Like, I
Okay.
wouldn't be breaking the law if, you know, this kid needed to email another teacher to see if he could actually go to
Right.
tutorials at whatever time. Like, it was fine, but like now it's like he can't
That's
have the phone out during the school day
so
kind of
South
thing.
Carolina passed that last year,
Really?
but it was in the middle of the year. And so we came back from a semester, new semester starts, and we have to just, all right, can't have your phone at all now. It's state law.
Crack the whip.
And it's like, oh my
Ah,
gosh, like we should have just done
yeah.
this from the get go.
No kidding. Like, or kick the can till like next year and
Yeah,
just
like what are we
start
doing?
it off next year. Yeah, it's always tough to kind of reset that stuff in the middle of the school year or at
Yeah.
a certain
Yes.
weird interval. Hey, here's another interesting one. All right. So now it's a law that if it's a law to post the 10 Commandments in the classroom in Texas.
That's
So
a
here you go.
law.
Yeah, but it has to be, the 10 Commandments have to be donated by a community member, whoever.
Okay.
And then if that person wants to donate them, they have to be hung up, but they have to also meet certain dimensions and formatting. Like it has to be the King James version. Anyway, so as soon as I heard it, I'm thinking like, I'm cool with this. Like, so I get on ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, cook me up a 10 Commandments poster, like
Yeah.
with some NASCAR drivers on it and WWE wrestlers on it, like some real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as soon as ChatGPT spit out this awesome looking poster, they came over in this meeting. We're like, you cannot put up your own. It has to go through. So
Stop making
delete. Yeah.
WWE 10 Commandment posters.
Delete, please, ChatGPT. I can't hang this one up, but no, it's pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see like if some folks actually donate them, and then like the locations you have to hang them up in is a little like if the situation arises, they told us they would let us know how it needs to be done so that it meets the legalities and all that. But yeah,
So
it's a law now.
it has to be posted, but it also has to be donated. What if nobody donate? You know, like what do you?
Yeah, if nobody, or I mean, how much is a sheet of paper with some printing costs, right? What if somebody donates? What if somebody donates 1,000 of them and says they want it in every class? You know what I mean? Like it only takes one person, but yeah, like it has to be donated.
So I guess that's their workaround for, because you know, like you
Yeah, I guess
separation of
so.
church and state, public
Right?
schools.
Yeah.
So I guess
I
that's
mean,
their, if it's donated,
again,
it's not through, you know,
yeah.
because
Again,
it's similar.
me personally, I don't care, but like
Right.
I guess from I've got the wherewithal to know that there's people who believe different
Right.
things and all that. But I guess that's how they worked around the whole separation thing.
So it's kind of like FCA, where it has to be student led. You know, a teacher can't lead it, that kind of thing.
And
That's
then
kind of the
and then
separation.
FCA has to be outside the school day, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
another
Right.
tidbit to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like meet at the what was it? Meet at the flagpole, like
Yeah.
when we
Me
were
at
in
the
school.
flagpole.
Yeah, at 7:20 or wherever the time was. Yeah, I guess it's kind of in that same vein. But
Okay.
yeah,
That's
interesting
interesting.
times. Very interesting times. But
Yeah. That's
I was
has to
kind
be
of,
posted, but has to be donated.
and it has to be a certain size. Has to be, like I said, it's got to be King James
Yeah.
version, certain wording, and
That's
then it
very
has to be posted.
specific. The King James version is very
Yeah. I was
specific.
like, so in the back of my head, I'm like, who lobbied for it to be the King James version? And
Somebody
not,
wanted that version only.
yeah. What was that store that mom and dad would drag us to? Lifeway Christian store. Like
I used to buy
they
the
got
communion
some,
wafers.
they've got some lobbyists in that are vouching for those King James version. Yeah, I didn't realize you could just buy communion wafers. Like
That was
then
a
you pop
game
in a
changer. Yeah.
Christian store and like, oh man, this is nice.
Because like I used to love, you know, as a kid, you begin to grasp it. But we grew up going to church every Sunday, and
Yeah,
you did communion, and that was, I hate to say, like that was my favorite part as a young kid. Like, oh, a little snack, you know, like a piece of bread
yeah.
and some grape juice.
Because your mind can't
Yeah,
grasp.
you're
Like
not. Yeah, so
you're
finding out
just
you could just
enjoying.
buy those was.
You're telling me they got the body of Christ 50% off?
Yeah, like I could just eat
At
this all the
Lifeway
time.
Christian store? Because some communion wafers hit different. Some of them do hit different.
Because you got the little. For a while, we had like the little. They were like little loaves of bread almost, but like really tiny.
Yeah,
Those are good. But then you
the
had
good
like the
soft ones.
discs that were like styrofoam almost, just like
Yeah,
melted on your tongue. Tasted terrible.
yeah. You couldn't wait to get that grape juice to flush that down.
Yeah. Wow.
Man.
I wonder if they're still open. I guess they are.
That's
Near
got
the
to be. I
Anderson Mall,
imagine
right?
that's where that one was, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if there's Lifeways in Texas, they're probably doing pretty good this upcoming
Oh,
school
I
year.
didn't even turn on.
Selling out of Ten Commandment posters, but no. So wow, that's a quick little in-service turnaround. It's about what, maybe a week of in-service, then y'all start school.
Right at a
Man,
week.
that's pretty quick.
Let's
Yeah.
come
So
back Tuesday. My
if you're
classroom is not ready.
your health classroom, since you got a classroom now, we we're making a switch up. We've gone through. We're getting Google Classroom, which I had that at one of my other jobs before.
Y'all
So
didn't have it?
No, we've gone through a couple of different systems. The best one we've ever had, in my opinion, was called Canvas, and which you might, like it was so clutch, like it did the grades and all that
That's
for
what.
you.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
my doctoral program. That's what they do it through is Canvas. It's great.
and we moved to another one for a couple of years. I won't name it because it was not a positive experience for me. I ended up making my own Google website rather than using the learning management software that we used the last couple of years. And Now we're getting Google Classroom, and so I got a feeling I would be able just to move everything over from Google Site to Google Classroom, and life is good.
So do y'all have? I'm assuming y'all have like Gmail accounts. Like that's your school
Yeah, we
emails
got
to
all the
Google.
Google, we got all the Google stuff, and we always had all the Google stuff, but we didn't have Google Classroom. So like, it was kind of weird in the last 2 years. Couldn't do that as an alternative. We had to use this other system. Anyway, I think it's a whole can of worms.
Somebody's getting kicked back somewhere.
I won't say too much on the record, but we don't use them anymore. And it was a quick 2 years with some very interesting moments. But yeah, let the good times roll. Now we got a little more than a week though. A week seems really fast, but then I sit in some of these meetings like, can we just get the school year started? I don't know.
Okay, I love PD days because like I love working. I like going to work.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool to go to work and not that you don't have anything to do, but just like hang out with your coworkers for a little bit here and
Yeah.
there during the day, and just
Yeah.
kind of like the
Well,
stress of having kids coming in and out constantly is not there. It's just cool to
I think it's important for a school building too to have times like that, and it's easier at a smaller campus than a giant one. I'll say that we'll have these big all faculty meetings, and there's
yeah
tons of people. I have no clue their name, and it's just because we have such a big faculty. But like I can remember when I was in smaller districts, like it was like you said, it was awesome. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm working on some stuff, but I can run down the hall and I can chat it up with one of my coworkers, and like you said, builds that community, and then it makes you care about each other. There's something special to be said about.
100%. Now, Friday we had our district opening, so every school in the district comes to one spot, and superintendent would do teacher of the year, all that kind of stuff there.
Yeah.
And this was the funnest part of the week. So I got voluntold. I was happy to do it, so I was cool with it. But I was a chauffeur, right? So we had it at the middle school. And if you're familiar with Palmetto schools, you know Palmetto High is across the street from the middle school. And with all those schools coming, you need the additional parking. So they'd park at the high school and walk over. I got the luxury, I'll say, of chauffeuring. So I used the Palmetto High golf cart, the red golf cart with the horseshoe on it. And I was just driving people back and forth for like an hour before the thing, just whipping around the school grounds, like driving on the sidewalk and everything. And we would have loved that doing that as kids, but
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
yeah,
Sign me up 10 days out of 10 to do that.
it
Like
was
just whipping a
awesome though.
golf cart around town. And
Yeah.
shoot, you remember when you had that moped growing up? Like you were in fifth, sixth grade driving a moped at Burger King
That
in the middle of the
Zingu
summer.
XY50QT. I still remember
Oh
the model.
man.
It was great. Yeah, because if you
You know,
don't know, South Carolina at 14 and a half, or maybe just 14, you can legally drive a moped on the roads.
I swear you
You
were younger
used
than
to be
that.
able to. I think I did for a while. I did illegally, but
14's eighth grade, right? Ninth grade, maybe.
I would have been
I just remember that night I was working at that restaurant and I got the text, you got in a wreck on that thing.
head-on collision in the moped. Because, all right, so what I would do is, it was like a 50cc moped, so it wasn't quick, but it would get there. It'd get to 35, and you cruise. So what I would do is, and we used to do this on our dirt bikes too, because we live in a neighborhood. I would just do laps around the neighborhood on my moped, and I would put headphones in, which is illegal. And I had my dirt bike helmet on, headphones in, just jamming, cruising, doing my thing.
Vibing out.
And I had
What were you listening to? What was going on
it was
what was
probably
coming
some
out of the iPod?
T-Pain if I had to guess.
Oh
I mean, I
yes.
was vibing,
Yes.
just cruising, and had a little like glove box down below the steering wheel, so like down here is where I'd put my phone. And you still had corded headphones at this time. You didn't have wireless ones yet. And I was reaching down. I was probably texting or changing my song or something. And it's not a busy neighborhood, so I didn't anticipate traffic. Well, I'm cruising. I guess I crossed the center line a little bit, and I look up, and there's a car right in front of me, and I just hit him head on. I go
Yeah.
over the car, land, and moped just like explodes, like plastic everywhere. And it was our neighbor, and it was just embarrassing. And I was fine; nobody was hurt, but dad was pissed, to say the
Well,
least.
didn't you went through a lot to even get that moped, right? Like
So I held out.
background.
It was a birthday holdout, is what it was. My birthday's in April. I held out to like June or July. Every time mom and dad asked me what I wanted for my birthday, I was like, "It's a moped. That's what it is. Like that's what I want." And I was so stubborn. So they were like, okay, well, that's a little extreme. Like, we're not going to get you a moped 14, like 13. But I was stubborn and held out, and we were going to the beach. They had just got that place in Oak Island, and we were going down there, and we passed. You know, how you rent a moped at the beach, or like or whatever mopeds and stuff rental. Some place was selling their old ones, and the price was like cheap, dirt cheap. And we passed it on the way into town, and Mom was like, "Huh, they're selling mopeds." And I guess she talked to Dad because Dad didn't want to do it. And we bought it and threw it in the back of the Jeep, like a
Heck yeah.
full moped in the back of the Jeep, and just drove around with it for 5 days, however long we were at the beach. And yeah, from then on, it was, history.
It's over
I was
with.
just cruising
The rest is
around.
history. Man, speaking of memory lane, I was scrolling on Reels or TikTok or something like that. And have you seen this video? It went kind of viral, or whatever, but it's this guy, it's this street interview guy, one of these people that just finds random people on the sidewalk and talks to them. But he's actually talking to Johnny Manziel. But this guy, you can tell, has no idea who he's talking to.
Yeah.
So he's asking him, like, what do you do for a living? And he's like, well, I used to be a football player and was pretty good. And he's like, what do you do now? And he's like, I guess I'm just a guy now. And then it like quickly cuts through, and it goes through the best Johnny football montage with like Nickelback playing in the background. Dude, I was about to cry, man. But it had me thinking, like, who are some guys, college, NFL, that, like, when you just think about watching them play on TV or, Saturday, Sunday, whenever it was, like, it just brings back all those feels. Like, I don't know. I saw that Johnny football montage, and, like, I'm telling you, I almost shed tears.
That's a good one. Might have to think for a second. So, well, obviously, I mean, Troy Polamalu at safety. For some reason, he's always like one of the first ones that pops in my head. Just him like jumping over the offensive line
Yeah,
and sacking the
Steelers,
quarterback.
Palomalu, and they played the Cardinals in that Super Bowl that one year. Like, just that era, of football. Like,
Ooh,
Big Ben wasn't a zombie yet.
yeah, he can actually move. What's his name? Running back at Stanford, just like big burly.
Toby
Toby
Gerhart.
Gerhart,
Dude, that's a good one.
just like
That's a
trucking
good one.
people.
Yeah, that run that Stanford had, like, I guess it was like Jim Harbaugh when they were on the come up. Like, it went Toby Gerhart, then what was the guy's name? But then it was Christian McCaffrey, and then it was like three dudes back to back to back that were just these all American. And it might have been Gerhart, McCaffrey, this other guy I'm thinking about. But I think there was a guy in between. But like, there was just this run of like Stanford running backs. Then they had Andrew Luck at quarterback. Like, just seeing Jim Harbaugh Stanford, like, that screams nostalgia.
Who
Jim
else?
Tressel.
Jim Tressel with the sweater vest.
It's a little sweater vest on the
Yeah.
sideline. It's like 2001. You just know you're watching like that Ohio State Miami national championship.
Dude, that feeling of waking up. So like if you played a game Friday night and you woke up Saturday at like 10:30 to catch game day.
Come on.
That feeling, like,
you wake up sore as crap.
But
you slept in till probably 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, you slept in.
Got in at 10:28 just to catch the first bit of game day. That's it.
Or the best was like when you got home Friday night, you had the local news, like that back half of the local
Friday
news.
Night
You got
Blitz.
to watch Friday Night Blitz. You got to watch all the scores. And then, there might be like a random whack game, like Hawaii, like Colt Brennan, Hawaii, or Timmy Chang, Hawaii's like playing Boise State. And it's midnight. And you finally just pass out after eating like 5 Advil.
Yep.
And then
chugging Gatorade.
Yes, Gatorade. You ate like 10 McDoubles or whatever. Oh, yes. You wake up, you pop 4 or 5 more Advil, and you hobble downstairs, lay on the couch, and fire up game day. Like,
and don't move for like 10 hours.
So,
that was the best.
When game day first came out with Coming to Your City?
Oh, with Big and Rich?
Big and Rich. Oh, my gosh. Like, because it was right after Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Like, and
Can
they
we
just
watch that? Like, hold on.
I don't know what the legalities are on playing the sound. When we get a producer one day, we talked about this last week. We had those sound problems a couple episodes ago. When we get a producer, we'll have somebody that can tell us what we can play, what we can't play. One of these days, man. If some guys check out some more Gridiron Spice Code, we can make it happen soon.
Right? Yeah, because I remember one clip of that Coming to Your City part where we were at the game. It was Boston College versus Clemson. Matt Ryan was still at Clemson,
and it was a school night.
Yeah, he got rocked.
It was a school night, and the helmet came off.
Helmet came off.
Was it Gaines Adams that smoked? No, it was
Merriweather.
What's all Rashawn Merriweather? Sean Merriweather? No, that's Sean Merriman. Reggie Merriweather.
Reggie Merriweather.
Reggie
Oh
Merriweather.
my God, he rocked him so bad.
Dude, the helmet. Boston College was like number 2 that year or something crazy.
And there was a clip in that Coming to Your City thing, and I remember waiting for it every time. Like, oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And it was like they had clipped it perfect, where it was just the head like flipping back and the helmet flying.
See, Matt Ryan,
dude,
Clemson, helmet knocked off. Let's try to get a visual for the.
He got rocked, dude.
There's a whole clip of it. I want to play the clip so bad. I don't know if we can play it live on the. There's a TikTok too. Oh, dude, how bad were the graphics back? Forget this was pre. This was pre HD.
We were watching standard definition SD.
Yeah, we didn't know how bad we had it till.
Yeah. Now my iPhone films in like 4K, and it's like pictures used to be so bad on a flip phone, but it looked clear at the time. Yeah,
that's the shot. That's the shot seen around the world. Coming to your city, baby.
When Clemson games used to always be on the like whatever that is, JP, like the not local broadcast, but like Southeast broadcast or something. It wasn't national.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, dude. This was pre-SEC network, and like I think the Longhorn network kind of came. It was kind of the first one to be its own thing, and then obviously Texas joins the SEC, and it's all under one umbrella now. But no, like I think about I forgot about the Matt Ryan hit, and I'm trying to stay away from like Clemson guys just because we could go down a whole Clemson nostalgia rabbit hole.
There's tons of quarterbacks like
Charlie Whitehurst, like those days
clipboard
of Clemson.
Jesus.
But no, like Tim Tebow, like a huge name right there, right?
Yeah.
Like when I see some old Tim Tebow highlights, like him at Florida State covered in all the red paint, because it was just I remember watching that game, like, and they were just like getting after it. It was a slobber knocker. Weather's nasty. I was a big Tebow fan, but
I was about to say you were a big Florida fan for a while, probably because of Tebow.
Yeah, I rooted for Florida. I was an early Urban Meyer guy. Like I liked Urban Meyer. Like seemed like he kind of always had success wherever he went. And then my favorite linebacker of all time, Florida linebacker, was Brandon Spikes. Like you're a linebacker and the last name Spikes, like you are a dude. But he was the first one to kind of rock, or he's one of the first ones to rock the Revo Speed helmets when those were really like prototyping and like first starting. Like only 2 or 3 guys on each team maybe had one. Yeah. It had to be like some of the bigger programs. But I remember seeing him for the first time in that Speed helmet, and I was like, what kind of helmet is this? Because we're all out there at high school practice rocking the Peyton Manning Revolution.
Classic Revolution, yeah.
Dude.
With like 2 face masks, playing offensive line with a quarterback face mask.
Nah, dude. Yeah, Brandon Spikes, all-time linebacker.
How about Georgia Tech wide receiver Calvin Johnson?
Remember we watched him? We watched him play at they came to Clemson.
Yeah, dude's in a freaking option offense, and he's like all-American wide receiver. Like nuts.
Man-child, dude. Yeah, watching him live was legit. Like, have you seen some of these Twitter accounts that are like random throwback football players, and then like we're just going through and you just see a name that you ain't seen in forever, and you're like, holy crap, I remember that guy. Like,
back.
Speaking of Boston College, you remember Matthias Kiwanuka?
I just love saying that name.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like
Kiwanuka.
Oh man, I think game day came to Clemson. Michael Crabtree,
Texas Tech.
Yep, Texas Tech. You remember when we went and watched Clemson play Texas Tech in that Tangerine Bowl that one year?
Yeah.
Dude, and we just got smoked.
Yeah, that was rough.
Ran through.
That was rough.
Was it the thing where we went to Universal Studios?
Yeah.
And it was open to only people that were going to the game.
Yeah.
And so on one of the rides, it's like 2 roller coasters going side by side and like racing. And so it's a Clemson cart and a Texas Tech cart. And like just all the Red Raider fans just guns up.
Yeah.
Like firing the whole time. They're going upside down, flipping around, throwing the guns up.
Yeah.
Man, take
you
it
can't.
back.
I mean,
Reggie Bush. Big name there.
Oh, Matt Leinart. Brady Quinn. Now it's all starting to just flood back. Like I'm thinking of USC Notre Dame games now.
Vince Young. All right.
Yeah.
Charlie Weiss when he was at Notre Dame. That screams nostalgia. Oh, old buddy from Boise State, the quarterback. Kellen Moore.
Kellen
Kellen
Moore.
Moore, Boise
He's coaching
State.
now, right? He's the OC,
Yeah.
or is he a head coach
He's
now?
he's the head coach at for the Saints.
Yep,
Man, makes you feel
Oh.
old, don't it?
All right, this may be a deep cut here. James Laurinaitis,
Ooh,
linebacker.
ooh, yes,
He was a
yes.
stud. And Ndamukong Suh.
Dude, remember we watched him play Clemson, and it was the Gator Bowl. We watched him play Clemson in the Gator Bowl.
Yeah.
Because we learned the "Go Big Red" chant, right?
Yeah.
From that game. Oh
They
man,
don't do that anymore at Palmetto. We tried, but they don't do that
R.I.P.
anymore.
dude. That was a good time. Nah, like I just think about like Chris Leak. I don't know why I'm stuck on Florida
Chris
now.
Leak, yeah.
Chris Leak.
Well, that was kind of the start of Florida, where that run they had. You know, Chris Leak was kind of the, because didn't they go 2 quarterback sets a lot, or they'd swap them out, him and Tebow?
They like Chris Leak was the passer, and they'd bring Tebow in 4th and short to bring quarterback ISO right into. Yeah. All right. Here you go. Let's see. Let me spit out some fire here. Lindell White. That ring a bell?
White. What position?
He was Reggie Bush's backup. Well, I say backup. They ran 2 running backs. They were the OG Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah. Now I remember
Like,
James Davis and CJ Spiller, but
yeah, no, but this was before those guys. Yeah, Lindell White and freaking Reggie Bush when they were on those runs. How about you got? I mean, you can go Colt McCoy. You can go
LeGarrette Blount, Oregon, with that punch.
scene, the punch scene around the world, dude.
Iconic.
God.
I used to get so mad.
I was watching that game live, dude, and I watched the punch happen live. And maybe that's my claim to fame. Like,
that was awesome. That was awesome.
Like,
you don't get that kind of stuff anymore.
And it was a late night game too. And speaking of late night, what was it called? The college football scoreboard show on ESPN. Lou Holtz. They just kept trotting him out there until he just slobbered all over everything.
Whenever I think about him, I think about the Clemson Carolina brawl when he was still coaching, and just seeing him like turn around trying to stop people, and his hat like goes flying. It's like, dude, you're not stopping these guys.
No,
like,
dude, we got players out here. We got players out here stomping guys with cleats in the head. Like it's getting nasty out here.
You got like 1st-degree assault, like attempted murder going on out here. Like, you're not stopping it.
All right, here you go. Texas A&M. All right, Javorsky Lane. Do you remember this guy?
Javorsky Lane. I feel like I should remember that name. That's a great name.
Hang on, let me pull it up for you here. This is a heck of a.
I remember Clemson used to play Texas A&M all the time.
Yeah, he was on those teams, if I'm not mistaken.
All the time. Because I used to look at their logo and be like, oh, it's ATM. That's not Texas.
All right, here you go. Javorsky Lane, real Thunder.
Okay, yep, it's coming back. Look at that half-cage face mask on that. Is that a Revolution?
That's a Revolution
with the visor, with the half bar.
How do you get the visor in there with the bar coming down the middle? Like, how does that happen? Dude, all right. Seeing Missouri right here in that picture. Blaine Gabbert.
Okay. I had one. Maybe that's who I was thinking of.
The big coach from Kansas that random year they were number 2. Manziel.
Huge coach. Like, he wasn't, I mean, he was massive.
Hey, all right. I'm on a roll. Big coaches.
He would have a TV show. Like, he would a guest appearance on 600-Pound Sisters or 1,000-Pound Sisters right now. The
Maryland coach from back in the day, Ralph Friedgen. I want to know if I said.
Have a mustache, or am I just thinking of Andy Reid?
The Big Brother absolutely is listening to me, because this guy is a unit, football unit. I got the freaking best picture in the world right here. How do I open? Yeah, check this out, Jack. This screams. I might wear this for football training camp coming up soon. I might rock this same outfit right here. Unit, baby. Oh
my God, the shorts pulled up to the belly button. It hides a layer. It makes you look thinner. God, look at the swelling in the wrist. Like, that dude's in pain constantly.
But hey, if you remember, I mean, I know Clemson wasn't that great, but Maryland used to get after us back then with that dude leading the helm.
Well, let's be honest. Clemson would beat Florida State. We talked about this last week, and then turn around and lose to like 0-8 Duke, Wake Forest, whoever. I mean, that was just kind of how it goes.
Hey, I don't know why. It's went from players. It was supposed to be kind of nostalgic players to coaches, but all right. Chuck Amato.
Chuck Amato?
The North Carolina State.
Bring up a picture of him.
All right.
Chuck Amato.
Right. I got you a picture right here. Oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Open it. Dude, if anybody out there just Googles Chuck Amato, it is a heck of a assortment of pictures of this guy. Is that bringing it back?
Why does he kind of look like Mel Gibson or somebody?
He does. He looks like crap, old buddy from Flubber. God
Robin
dang.
Williams?
Robin Williams a little bit. Like if Robin Williams did a biopic, of course R.I.P. But
that's
there
what
was
it
a
looks
Chuck
like. It looks
Amato.
like a comedy actor in a movie portraying a coach. That's what that guy looks like. He doesn't look real.
No, but I just specifically remember that this guy would always let his chest fro stick out of the coaching polo. Like, oh God,
Puffing out.
I'm trying to find a prime example. And
I bet
again, like
you just Google
these are
chest
heck
hair.
of coaches. Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Chuck Amato chest hair. I bet we get that chest fro.
It is pulling up all kinds of stuff. Now, that same picture of him looking at the ref is, oh man. All right, speaking of refs, old buddy giving him the business. What was his name? Ute.
Ron
You know what I'm
Cherry.
talking about? Ron Cherry. Ron Cherry.
Personal foul. Number 65 on the offense. He was giving them the business.
All time clip, dude. All time clip. If TikTok was around back then, like,
yeah, this was pre-Vine. Like this is really early.
Dude, this was way back. Like we said, this was before HD just got broadcast around the world. This was like if you wanted HD, remember, like you actually had to.
It was
I don't
expensive.
even know how you. Yeah, I don't know how you had HD. Like if you watch a local channel, it was bunny ears and like get it set up and put some tinfoil on them and move it around a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like you didn't even HDMI wasn't even a port yet. Like there wasn't. You were still using the yellow, red, white.
Yeah, what are those called?
And they called that HD somehow. Like there was a better picture you could get through those cords, and it was like
not a chance. Not a chance.
It was like right after TVs were all square, and then they became rectangles.
Went through a tear there. I'm trying to think of. I don't know why I'm thinking about coaches now, but I'm getting back to players. All right. Let's see who just screams nostalgia.
I mean, he's more modern era, I guess, but Luke Kuechly.
I mean, he's kind of fringe now, man. The years are kind of getting behind him now.
Let's
see. I'm cheating. I'm on Google now.
Ryan Mallett, Arkansas.
Man,
giant
dude's like
dude.
6'7".
Yeah,
that's a good one. Darren McFadden.
AJ Green.
Who was Darren McFadden and then his backup, Felix Jones? Like that was such a tandem that Arkansas had back in the day. AJ Green, RG3. Remember RG3 had that year at Baylor where at one point he had thrown more touchdowns than had incompletions. Like it was something stupid.
Yeah.
Ooh, here you go. Pat White, the old West Virginia. The old West Virginia quarterback.
Man, what a time to be alive.
What a time growing up, like you said. And the best part on Saturday, like we were talking about earlier, like after you got heavily medicated on the Advil and Tylenol and all that, and you just got like a giant order of Zaxby's.
And some nibblers, wings and things.
Put it down on the coffee table or whatever. And for the next 12 hours, you ain't moving from that couch. You're at some point, all 50 of these wings are going to be gone.
And then
I'm going to have watched. Yeah. I'm going to have watched so much football in that period of time.
And you were still like mini depressed at the end of the night when it was over. You're like, man, I got to wait another week for this. At least we got NFL tomorrow, but
best day ever. Yeah, but NFL just don't hit the same, man.
Doesn't.
Maybe it was because we grew up like not near an NFL franchise. Like it just don't hit the same.
I mean, the pageantry is just not there. It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I still watch it now, but it's definitely not. Doesn't feel as high stakes as college unless you got some money on it or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other can of worms. I got one more for you. I just saw him.
All right.
Cadillac Williams.
Oh, yes, sir. Dude, the grip that the nickname Cadillac for a running back had on me, every time I'd play Madden, I would just like create a player and name him Cadillac. It wouldn't always be Cadillac. It'd be like Cadillac Jones, but his name was going to be Cadillac. And he was going to be 6'3", 270-pound running back with 99 speed.
You remember
99 strength.
So like in the new NCAA games, right? Fortunately, you can't, like creative players not as in depth as it used to be. Like you used to be able to just go change everybody's ratings, make everybody like a 99 and run the table.
Yeah.
Can't really do that anymore because of NIL. You know, you can't change I can't go in and change Trevor Lawrence if he was still playing. I couldn't up his ratings because of whatever reason, right? But I used to always make a quarterback who was almost like, oh, another iconic guy, the Kentucky quarterback, the big boy.
The hefty lefty.
Yeah, so I would always make a quarterback like that, 4'11", 300 pounds, 99 speed. And so you got this giant dude just like
dusting
shaking
people.
everybody.
Man,
Can't do that anymore. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not the same.
man, how hard? Do you remember when Maction first started?
Oh yeah, the Wednesday night
Dude,
games, or like
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night games.
I think they even spread it out some now. It might have stretched into Wednesday now.
There's
But
like football on every day of the week now in football season.
oh yeah, because they're trying to get the money. Like
Yeah,
they've got to.
I'm
They
great
don't.
with it.
I got no problem with it either. Like I will sit there, and if I'm not coming home too late from practice, or something, I will watch Miami of Ohio and Toledo on a Tuesday night at 9:30. Like
Yep,
I'd rather watch that than anything else in the world. Give me all the action.
100%. I love it. They remember that loophole we had in like NCAA, I guess 14 was the latest one where so like recruiting, you're trying to build your dynasty, right? And you started off with
Yeah.
whoever, Middle Tennessee State, whoever it was. You could create a prospect, make them a punter, make them a
Yes.
terrible punter, but 99
So
everything else.
everything else was
So
99.
nobody wanted them but you.
Yep.
And so, you recruit them easy, get them committed, switch
Lock 'em in,
positions,
baby.
quarterback, 99 overall, wins the Heisman at quarterback.
Take me back. Nah, this is a good time, dude. Dude, we're almost shoot, we gotta do our team of the week. We're freaking
Yeah.
spending too much time on memory lane.
Oh, yeah.
You got Chat GPT ready to roll?
I do. So let me.
All right, so yeah, I screwed up their name quite a few times last week. They were it was the California team, right?
Yes.
That was like 6-man football.
I think they were 8-man, maybe. I can pull it up.
Bluegate. Was it Bluegate?
Briar.
Bridgegate. Briar.
No, Briar Ridge was the jerseys we made. Remember the fake team we made? I think Briar
Yeah,
Ridge
that's right.
Lumberjacks or something. Hold on. Let me get this prompted. This week's Fourth and More podcast team of the week. All right. Let me share this. All right. Share. You can see that all right?
Oh, yeah, it's coming through now.
Let me type high school just to make sure ChatGPT doesn't mess up.
It's been listening to us. It's going to spit out like 100 more nostalgic players that we hadn't talked about yet.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go. Let's see who we get. The Sailing Wildcats out of, I guess it's Sailing, Oklahoma.
We've had 2 Oklahoma teams now, haven't we?
Think
Sailing,
so.
Oklahoma.
They're the
All right,
Wildcats. Good colors, red and white.
Classic.
Oklahoma Class B. That's 11-man football. Despite
right.
coming from a small town with fewer than 900 people, Sailing consistently fields tough physical teams that punch above their weight. They've made deep playoff runs and have a long tradition of hard-nosed, old-school football. All right.
Right here now. You got a town of 900 people, so the school's got to have what? Maybe 100? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's got to be small.
And they're fielding 11-man football?
It's got to be small. Let me.
Sailing, Oklahoma. Okay. Yeah, I wonder where that's at. Let's get a little.
Are you still seeing my?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right, I'm gonna change it to so you can see this, see everything, because I'm about to Google them. So Sailing,
Oklahoma Wildcats.
Oklahoma. I can't type, dude. The lack of sleep is getting to me. Oklahoma.
All right. We're in the home stretch now.
Football. All right. Sailing, Oklahoma. We'll start. I guess you want to look at pictures first, or you want to look at Max Prep? See how those.
Let's see the record. I want to see what we're working with record wise.
All right. Now they said they were red and white, but this looks yellow.
Chat GPT screwing up.
Might be. Let's check out last
who's their
season.
opponent there? It says their opponent is Oklahoma Bible.
Yeah, I don't know if. Let's start there. So Oklahoma B football division, we'll call it. Let's see what that, because I don't know what their divisions are.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
All right, Chat GPT. You got some explaining to do. Oh, okay. So 2A, A1, A2, B1, B2. So this must be a smaller division. So maybe they are playing like some private.
Maybe it's like how Texas has divisions for. Holy cow!
Smokes!
13-2.
Number 4 in Oklahoma.
Dude, we stumbled upon a hidden
My God,
gem.
they're killing people.
My Lord. Did they win state? No, they lost the last game.
Walika must be some dogs, dude. They beat the tar out of y'all. I hate to say y'all had a great season, but
oh my gosh, shout out to the Salem Wildcats,
wow.
dude. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, pull up some pictures of
Yeah,
Let's some pictures of the stadium. Let's see what we're working with here.
see what we get. Ceiling. There's the championship. So they were in the championship. Looks like.
And they're not red and white.
They are not
They're the
red
black
and
and
white.
gold team. So
I believe
ChatGPT
so.
screwing that up. It's making me reevaluate how much I asked. I had ChatGPT helping me fix my pool chemicals this week. So now I'm wondering if it's got just a toxic pit out there. But no stadium pictures.
That's what I'm trying
I'm assuming if the
to.
town's got 900, of course, ChatGPT could have been wrong about that too.
Is this? No.
No, that's not it. Let's see.
Ceiling
spell
Public
it?
Schools. This might be. That's like a little team, rec team, or
Where is
okay. This
ceiling?
looks like it. Ceiling Wildcats. No track.
No track is nice. To me, that's a positive. No track is nice.
I mean, they're right. It's kind of blurry, but
I mean, press box situation, I've seen worse.
yeah,
That's not a bad press
terrible.
box. That's a nice little stadium. Of course, if they're
So this
well,
is the same field.
We should have went back a few years. Like maybe they're a perennial, like
Let's
deep
see.
run team.
Let's check out the year before. 15-0.
They won state the year
They
before.
are 8-man. All right, so they are 8-man football.
Okay.
Correction.
ChatGPT is
lying.
on one tonight. Okay, so we got this might be this is a powerhouse, dude. Powerhouse 8-man football.
Let me just look up there.
Sailing Wildcats.
See, they might be able to get some more stuff off their actual website. All right, so I mean that's
nice school building.
What we got?
Where's this town at?
Here, they don't even have a secondary school.
They might all be under one building.
Yeah, so they must be a private school. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Y'all need to update your websites, people. But Sailing Wildcats looks like they're pretty good in athletics.
Yeah, they got it rocking and rolling down there. Shout out to the Wildcats of Sailing, however you say it, Oklahoma.
I'm trying to check out these jerseys a little bit. So this is them.
It's kind of, are they Adidas?
They're like unbranded. Looks like. I don't know how you get those.
I know everybody works with different situations, but unbranded is a bold
15-0,
strategy.
13-2. I think you can get some branded jerseys, especially if you only got a field, 8-man football. How many kids do you have?
I was about to say, you think they got 20 guys, 25 guys on the team? Like, come on, 25 Nike jerseys?
So there's that Bible school we were talking about. So
that's who beat them, right?
This dude, look at this coach.
The coaches
throw the flag, numbers. Ref. Come on.
But maybe the field might actually be smaller if it's 8-man football. I think that is a thing.
That's true.
Because I think that's how it is in Texas too. Like when I was watching some of the state championship games, which is the only time I watch the smaller teams, but it's usually really entertaining. And it's actually free this year, Jack. On the there's an app you can get, and you can watch every Texas high school state championship football game this year.
Really? Because
from Wednesday to Saturday. Yeah, it used to cost some money, but now it's all free.
Bought when y'all had that deep run. What was it? NFHS, I guess.
Yeah.
I paid for that so I could watch y'all's games, and it got me every week because y'all were an hour behind. I would always log in at 7:30 my time. Like, all right, here we go, and it would say event starting soon. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it took me forever to figure that out. But anyway, sorry, I'm like trying to. I was about to say
you're doing a deep dive now. Yeah, shout out to it says Sailing Public Schools. So maybe it's just a small town.
Maybe so, but that's team of the week.
Shout out to the Wildcats. Yeah. Hey, can you pull up some of our previous teams of the week? Because I want to make sure I'm giving them their due diligence too. Surely it keeps track. If it don't, we can go back and check it ourselves.
I think it brings it up. Yep. Wait, what? We've done 11 team of the weeks?
This is episode 19. Let's see.
I don't remember some of these.
I don't remember some of these, no. Nah, because Hillcrest ain't even on here.
ChatGPT.
We're going to have to get it's on one night.
Struggling,
we're going to have to,
We definitely
sorry about that, guys.
Lone Pine, we definitely did.
Lone Pine, baby. And it was like Bridgeport or Bridgegate or something was that team from California.
Oh, ChatGPT is tripping. I think
it's on one tonight.
Might be an update. I don't know.
It might have cut you off the premium plan or something like that.
But anyway,
shoot, we hit the mark anyway. We'll have to figure out keep better tabs on our teams of the week, guys. As always, thanks y'all for tuning in. Jack, appreciate you being here running on fumes, and we're kind of shout out to all the coaches and the teachers that are getting back in the school years Y'all are doing the Lord's work out there. We're saying prayers for you. We just want to thank you guys for tuning in to Fourth and Ward. As always, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff, hit that 5-star button, subscribe button. Watching on YouTube,
real quick,
make sure you hit that subscribe button too.
Sorry to interrupt. Real quick, I forgot.
Nah, you good, man.
I was at the clinic getting this terrible Guardian hat, and I remember I bumped into a guy, and he goes, "Coach Wardlaw, it's good to see you." And to be honest with you, I thought he was looking for you. I thought he thought I was you, because I was like, I didn't recognize him, so I was like, "Hey, man, I thought I just forgot." Because I do that. I forget names all the time.
Oh, happens all the time.
And he goes, "Love the podcast, man. I've been listening every week."
Heck yeah.
I was like, "Dang!" And then he asked, I want to talk to your brother about how you got your venture into Texas and all that kind of stuff. How you got started in Texas. So then I realized, oh, he's actually looking for me, not you, because you have the TikTok platform that's got a lot larger reach. Yeah, no, anyway, it's cool to run into coaches at clinics and stuff, and to hear them enjoying this. It's really cool to experience that. But I told him, hey, man, we might have to get you on there one day, get you.
Yeah, absolutely. We can make anything happen. I'm always down. Me and you kind of think the same way. Like, I'm less interested in hearing from biggest names out there, biggest programs out there, all that. Like, the best stories, the best experiences to me, like, are in all those, random spots and in small town America. And I feel like that's like, yeah, some of the other places get all the publicity and all that, but like, there's some special things happening in some really random places. And I don't know, those are, to me, are the stories that make it worthwhile. But yeah, absolutely. Did you get his name and all that? We can.
Yeah, I have all that. I didn't want to put it out here without.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll
no,
definitely make that
I got
happen.
his info. But yeah, it was cool to see. But I'm glad some people are enjoying it. It's awesome.
Appreciate it, guys. And hey, speaking of that, if anybody's listening out there and they've got a coach that they want to see make an appearance, all season's about startup. It's going to get crazy, but we're always down to try to make whatever we can make work. But we appreciate you guys listening. As always, thanks for tuning in to Fourth and Ward.
See y'all.